Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Githens, Product Manager for AppStack and SecureStack, here to talk a little bit about inline decryption and the inline diagram setup that you need to know and understand before you actually get into the inline decryption GUI. So you notice I'm already in the inline page. I've created two service chains. Those are typical, and that's what you will need when you're doing inline decryption. I've created three different bypass port pairs. These are all your normal type of thing where I've got one that has a Windows client to the internet, another one has a bypass unit that has breaking point connected to it, and another one is just straight CloudStorm ports into the box. So now let's move on to the inline decryption portion. And what do you need to create? You need to create your net service. So we'll say create a new instance. I'll call it inline decryption, and I want to do the 4-port mode because I want to have a tool inline. Now, the first thing when this happens, I want you to notice is you get your new net service. It's still coming up, that's why it's black. But the couple other things I wanted you to point out to you are a couple things get created automatically for you. One is a new bypass port pair called BPP Active SSL Inline Decryption. It's going to take the name of your net service you made. You notice it's here. Now notice this marking is different than your regular bypass port pairs. So this BPP is for your decrypted traffic. Okay, so that got created automatically for you. The other thing was your tool resource for the actual inline decryption. And same thing, it's called Active SSL Inline Decryption. You notice in the time it took me to explain those couple of items to you that get created, we've already gone green, which means our net service is ready to use. So the first thing we want to do is place our tool resource inside of a service chain. So I'll open the service chain, we'll go to the inline tool resource, I'll pick my inline decryption, say OK, and now that's in there. One thing to notice, I'll open this back up. When you have the Active SSL tool in there, that is the only tool that can be in there. You're not allowed to add any others. Okay, so that's first thing to point out. Now in this case, I want to connect my bypass port pair for the Windows client to the internet, to this service chain that's going to get decrypted. So we've done that. Next thing to learn and know is that you cannot add a second chain to that. See, when it's the Active SSL inline decryption ITR in the service chain, only a single BPP can be connected at the service chain. This is only on Vision 1 still for the moment. In Vision X, you're allowed to connect multiple BPPs to the service chain, just to point that out. So I'm working on a Vision 1. It's slightly different than the Vision X will be. That limitation does not apply there. Now, so we have our traffic going through, it's being decrypted and going to the other side. Okay, what do we need to do with it? Well, don't we want to pass it to a tool, right? So let's first go into our service chain here. Into our tool resources, I have two different tools, a FortiGate and a Palo Alto. The Palo Alto ports are down right now. So let's call this, let's add the FortiGate to this one. And now, this is where the BPP that got created for you comes into play. You want to connect this one of your decrypted traffic to go through your tool chain. Once that's done, you have now set up a successful 4-port instance of Active SSL inline decryption, going through the first to decrypt it, coming to this next BPP to send through your tool chain, back out, back up into here, and back out to the other side of your connection. So that is what I wanted to teach you today. Thank you.